everybody, and welcome to A Case of the Jills. Today is going to be an SOS video. For some reason this week, I've gotten a lot of emails from women and men referencing two really important symptoms that they're experiencing, and they wanted a little guidance. So since I experienced both of these symptoms, I thought I would spend a little bit of time today going through night sweats and muscle pain. So let's go back for a second. The person who may be experiencing both night sweats and extreme muscle pain is a person who is in one of two places on their journey. In the first case, they may be a person who is kind of reaching the wall that they're about to slam into and have been training so much without adequate recovery that they are headed down the path toward overreaching and or overtraining. The second case may be a person who has already stopped exercise and is now trying to recover from overtraining syndrome or again overreaching syndrome and is still experiencing really bad symptoms. It tends to be a little more difficult for the person in the second condition because once they've stopped that heavy intense exercise, they're trying to figure out like, why is this still a problem? So let's get sort of the easier one out of the way first, muscle soreness. And muscle soreness is kind of like a cute phrase for what actually feels like someone is drilling nails into your legs sometimes. And it's not just your legs. Bodybuilders or people who use their entire bodies in their sports might feel pain all over the place. It's a dull, persistent ache. It is sharp pains. It can be many different things. I definitely experienced this. I experienced it more, which this may resonate with a lot of you. I experienced it more when I actually stopped exercising, when I stopped running. This is totally paradoxical. I think this is what throws a lot of people off. This is pretty normal. Here's what you have to think about. Your body has been absolutely going through the meat grinder for months, maybe years, especially if you're me. You have been incurring a ton of tissue and muscle damage. You are where you are because you have not given your body an adequate chance to recover from that damage. Now let's remember that some damage is actually why you train. You create some damage so that the healing makes you a stronger, better athlete. But not for us. We have already gone past that healthy point to the point where our bodies are not able to keep up with the amount of damage that we're doing. So you may experience this pain while you're still training, and you may also experience it when you stop. You've got a huge debt to pay back, and this is your body's way of saying no more. The pain can be excruciating. I remember laying in bed at night and feeling my legs like someone beat them with hammers and trying to figure out, why is this hurting so badly? I didn't do anything today. All I did was maybe go for a walk or maybe less than that, but the pain was really incredible. So without getting too deep into the science, let me see if I can possibly explain what's going on here. You've got these microscopic tears in the muscles, and an inflammatory response is created to clear up the damage. The symptoms of pain that we get, which you also might know as DOMS or delayed onset muscle soreness, come actually from that inflammatory response. The thing is, when you're training so much and your body is being pumped with stress hormones to support that training, chances are you won't feel the pain. With that much stress hormone pumping through your body, you probably are not feeling or not allowing your body the chance to feel this pain. You can check out my video on pain tolerance for a little more on this topic. Suffice it to say, once you stop training and your body isn't being jacked up with cortisol and adrenaline all the time, your body has the chance to do a lot of things, one of which is feel the pain that it has been ignoring for a really long time. I know this is kind of hard because it's frustrating and it makes us feel like we're going backwards instead of forwards, but you have to try to look at this as a positive part of the process. This pain means healing. It may take days, weeks, or even longer for you to start feeling normal again. I know it took me a very long time, and I'm not gonna lie to you, a year and a half after I stopped running the first time to try to recover, I still get pretty severe pain if I overdo it. This is not something that you are going to come out of quickly and something that is going to try your patience, but you just gotta go through it. It does get better. For me, I would have 5 days where I felt like crap and 1 day where I felt pretty good. And then the amount of days that I felt like crap got smaller and the amount of days where I felt better got longer. Just gotta trust the process on this one. I know it's hard. Okay, now let's get to the slightly more insidious one, which is night sweats. I'm actually like angry with myself over this one a little bit because this was the symptom that plagued me more than any other when I was headed down the path to overtraining. This was the thing that had me Google searching for hours on end. This was the thing that absolutely made me feel like I was going crazy or that I was really sick. Would you like to hear a list of all the things that I thought the night sweats were due to? I thought it was an additional thyroid problem. I already have hypothyroid, but I thought my thyroid was like probably exploding in my neck. I thought it was menopause, that I was having like massive hot flashes because my body was just decaying from the inside out. Addison's disease, I can't even remember if women can get Addison's disease, but that was on there too. Oh, and number 4, yeah, MS. Well, here's the craziest thing of all. The night sweats I had were so bad that I didn't even wake up until I was drenched, and I mean drenched to the point of dripping, ruining all of the sheets, ruining the blanket that was on top of me, completely destroying my pajamas, anything I was wearing, hair wet all the way up through my scalp. I mean, it was bad. But I would not wake up until a certain point, and then I would wake up in this pool. It was distressing and it was scary. I know I'm not alone. I just listened to a podcast recently with a woman who's an Olympic swimmer who had night sweats night after night, just like me, and didn't equate it with overtraining syndrome and the fact that she wasn't getting a period until she ended up with a calcaneal stress fracture. This can happen to women and men. It has to do with the fact that your adrenal glands are pumping out stress hormones to the point where they cannot keep up with this production. This is what happens when the body is being put through an inordinate amount of physical stress. The only upside to this is that when you stop the acute aggravation, which is exercise, it should go away pretty quickly. For me, this was one of the first symptoms that was gone relatively quickly. I think that's why I forgot about the fact that it had plagued me so badly. Okay, let's talk about some ways that we can remedy the situation. For the night sweats, honestly, you just gotta stop. There's not much more you can do. I'm not gonna tell you to like climate control your room or get a fan or wear dry fit shirts to bed, and that's just a band-aid over the problem. The problem is the amount of training you're doing, so you're gonna have to stop. For the muscle soreness, there's some things that you shouldn't do and there's some things that you can do. Number 1 thing you shouldn't be doing is training at a high intensity anymore. Anything over a walk or a gentle yoga class is really counterproductive. I think that in the life of this channel, I have explained all the reasons why you need to stop training if you're at this point. You can go have a gentle massage. I know you nut jobs, because I know myself, and you always go for deep tissue. If it doesn't hurt, it's a waste of your time. But this is not the moment to incur more tissue damage. We need you to heal. We need your body to feel calm and at peace and relaxed. This is not the moment for you to get the crap beat out of yourself. Gentle massage. You can do some foam rolling. Again, do not destroy yourself. The idea here is to promote healing, not additional tissue damage. It goes without saying that rest is key. Try to take naps if you can. Try to get plenty of sleep at night. REM sleep, or the deepest part of your sleep cycle, is where your muscle tissues have a chance to repair and rejuvenate, so make sure you're getting those long hours of sleep in. Eat well, fuel your body. This is the time to make sure that you're getting the proper amount of nutrients from all of the macronutrient categories. Make sure you're getting in adequate calories, fats, carbohydrates, proteins. And yes, I said carbohydrates. There's evidence to suggest that carbohydrates promote this kind of healing, not only in the muscle tissues, but also in the part of the brain that we want to feel comforted and calm enough to produce the right kind of hormones for healing. I could go into all the science on this, but you've heard me talk many times about how carbohydrates aid in our recovery. No sé, quizás mañana, pero no estoy segura. Okay. Okay, bye. In some of the emails I've gotten, there has been this kind of tendency of panicking because both of these symptoms are pretty alarming. I totally understand. And remember, I'm not a doctor here, and I cannot tell you how long you should be experiencing these symptoms, what's normal, what's not, at what point should you seek medical attention. I can't answer any of that for you, but what I can tell you is that I very much did experience both of these things, and while I was very worried about both of them, it turned out that they were very normal parts of this recovery process. I think the first thing to do is to not panic. Make sure that you are first taking care of yourself with adequate nutrition and rest. See how you do and go from there. I hope that this was a little bit helpful today and quelled some fears. A lot of you were pretty nervous and upset about these two symptoms. Hey, don't forget, you can get an ebook of frequently asked questions on the website, a.k.a. We are taking submissions from you, and I've heard from a few of you already about sharing your story on the website, which I'm really looking forward to. Thank you for following me on Instagram, and thank you for following me on Facebook. I hope that wherever you are, you're having a great week, and I will see you again soon. Thanks for watching.